talking about have single mothers dropped the ball when it comes to parenting. And why I say that, we've been having too many of our young babies out here dying of recently. And it's just been all over the country. So I want to wait for a few of you guys to come in, and we're gonna chop it up about that. I want to see who up. Uh, good conversation, because like I said, it's just been too many of our babies dying around the country. We've just been hearing, wow, my hands are ashy, but let me know if you guys can hear me. Matter of fact, here, let me go to my channel and make sure that everybody can hear me. Okay, I can't be heard. Okay, so yeah, I can't be heard. All right, so yeah, let me pause this. But yeah, I just want to just bring that up. I see we got a few people in here. The chat lines is open. You see the title, have single mothers have they dropped the ball, when it comes to being the sole custodial parent of these children? Because we've just been hearing so many stories over the country, I mean throughout the country, about these kids just dying. These mothers just being negligent, you know, um, and just not being parents. So my question is it time for fathers to be the sole custodial parent of these children? Because like I said, these single mothers have dropped the ball. You've been hearing story after story after story after story, you know, um, throughout the country, and it's ridiculous, and no one's really talking about this. No one has brought this up in the main media. They don't talk about this on, like I said, main on the main media at all. So I wanted to be one of the first people, to have this conversation with you guys and just bring this up. So I'm just trying to see who's all up, who all want to talk about this. Like I said, the comment section is open. Let me know if this is a good subject that does this concern you. Because like I said, it's just been a lot of just neglect, and what made me want to talk about this, I just got off of work, and I came down here, to the studio to, relax and chill, getting off of work. And I believe I was watching Instagram, and I saw a story, which I believe I saw this story. It was a story about this young woman, a mother of two, I believe. And one of her children was disabled, a disabled young man, and I want to try to find audio and video of that if I can. But and play that so you guys can see it. But yeah, it was a single mother, and she had two children, a disabled son, and from what it looks like, the son had like some type of trachea, and like maybe like breathing tubes or feeding tubes. But what the story was about is she ended up starving this young boy to death. You know what I mean? And that kind of touched me. I'm like, what type of parent, what mother, could sit there, starve your son out, watch him starve, watch him die, over a period of time, because it's going to take some time, you know what I mean, for him to starve out and die. It probably was a lot easier, meaning that he was disabled. But yeah, and they set no bond for this woman today. What she need no bond, and she just need to, they need to have a speedy trial for her, and give her the time that she deserves. She needs to be doing some time, I should say. So yeah, like I said, I wanted to, just this was on my mind, and I just wanted to talk about it real quick. So let me know how you feel about this conversation. Like I said, have single mothers dropped the ball on parenting? Is it time for fathers to be the main custodial parent of these children? Because, like I said, I've done multiple stories, on mothers just taking trips, leaving babies at home for weeks at a time, and then coming home thinking that everything is all good. It's just so many stories that I've done. I just recently done a story of a mother here in Detroit, who had who was sleeping out of her van, you know, um, because they didn't have anywhere to go, because she probably, messed up her situation where they was living and whatnot. But and I have to actually do a story about that because I heard that he did that those kids did not die of hypothermia. They died of carbon monoxide. You know what I mean? So I wonder, are there going to be any charges brought up on her against, I wonder if any charges are going to be brought up on her with that, meaning that, those kids did not die of hypothermia. They died of breathing in carbon monoxide. So like I said, we just been hearing stories after stories after stories. So I wanted to do a show with this, but like I said, this was on my mind. I was just sitting here and I just wanted to go live with it, and see who was all up. It's 1:52, in the morning. So a lot of people is probably asleep, but a lot of people was up, so I'm gonna sit here for a couple of minutes and see who all wanna tune in. The chat lines are open. If you guys want to talk about it, let's talk about it. It's definitely a good topic and a good conversation. Yeah. So like I said, I'm gonna sit here and wait and see who all jumps in. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay. But yeah, it's just a sad case. And no one's speaking up for these children. I don't hear any one, making any efforts to make this a big thing, because like I said, it's just been too many of these babies out here dying under the watch of, these mothers. Is it time for fathers to be the sole custodial parent? Because like I said, I've done multiple shows, uh, of these mothers who's taking trips, leaving these kids at home, starving your kids out. What type of mother could sit there and starve her own child out and watch him starve to death, and then eventually die. We got a few people watching. I need for you guys to interact with me. I want to hear your comments. I want to hear what you think about this. Have single mothers dropped the ball, when it comes to parenting? Too many of our babies are out here dying, So, like I said, I need for you guys to interact, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Is it time for fathers to be the sole custodial parents, of these children? Because, like I said, we just been hearing so many stories throughout the country, of these babies just dying from neglect of these mothers. Because it's not you can't blame it on the fathers if they're not in the house. You know what I mean? So you have to blame it on someone, and that someone are these single mothers. You know what I mean? So like I said, I just people are coming in, jumping out, but I want you guys to interact with this. This is something that needs to be talked about, you don't have nobody really talking about this at all, that I see of. So like I said, this is something that, just been weighing heavy on my heart. Like I said, when I came in from work, I saw that story, and it kind of touched me. So I just said I wanted to go live. But yeah, who could starve their child out and watch them starve to death, and then go on with life like nothing has happened, So I'm gonna go a couple of more minutes and see if people want to come in and interact, because I see people coming in and coming in and coming out. But yeah, like I said, like it's just been so many cases. I've done a case where a mother had went on vacation for a week, left her, I believe, 2-year old baby at home, while she went on vacation, for a week, I believe, to the Bahamas, and when she came back home, the baby was dead. You know what I mean? And we just recently had a situation where the mother was um dropping off she was dropping off food to the kids, um and not being that parenting at all, so that's what and that's why I just want to have this conversation with you guys. You know what I mean? It's just been too many babies out here dying, just like I said, with the situation with the mother, that just happened maybe like a month ago, that's just been all over social media. The mother who where the neighbors actually saw and found the kids. You know what I mean? It was I believe it was three kids, and she was not staying there. She was staying with her boyfriend. She was dropping off food to them, and it was horrible, the living conditions that these kids were living in. And if you look at a lot of these living conditions that these kids are living in, it's horrible. You know what I mean? So, no one talks about this. I don't really hear too many shows talking about this situation, but this definitely needs to be talked about. So, like I said, I need for you guys to, comment, tell me what you think about this topic, this conversation. Is it me? Am I tripping? You know, um, it's just been it's been too many of these babies dying, but you know what I mean. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a panel with a show, and we'll talk about this. So this won't be the last time that I'm having this conversation. Like I said, this is a good conversation, a good topic that we all need to be discussing. Especially us men. Because like I said, these kids are dying um, by the hands of their being with their mother. I mean, I'm just let's just be honest. If I right now is really not a safe place to be. If you're a kid living with a single mother, because like I said, throughout the country, we just been having so many cases of these kids being murdered, being neglected, being left at home, all type of stuff. These mothers, they'll leave them at home for hours at a time unattended. And a lot of the living conditions are horrible. Just look at the one situation, like I said, where the mother was dropping off the food to the kids, not coming in, not seeing their living conditions or any of that. The kids wasn't bathing or doing any of that. So like I said, have single mothers drop the ball when it comes to parenting, and should fathers be the sole custodial parents of these children? Because like I said, we just been hearing story after story after story of these children being murdered, on these children being neglected, and that's really what's going on. It's been, you know, just nothing but neglect. And no one's talking about it. But like I said, I'm going to do a show. I'm going to do a panel. We're going to discuss this. Maybe this weekend. Like I said, I just got off of work. And I just saw a story about the young mother who starved her disabled son to death. And it kind of touched me, and I want to talk about it. So, but like I said, I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It's been another one. It's your boy Dame D, and I'm out. Peace.